Very good morning, students. The previous class, so we finished about a displacement relation in the progressive wave. In the displacement relation in the progressive wave, see, we did one problem also based on that. Let we'll see. Actually, now I am telling about a energy, power, intensity of a wave for the progressive wave. According to my knowledge, it is not required for the IP point of view, that is public examination, intermediate public examination. But I will give you a little derivation part related to the NEET and the JEE mains. That's what. See, every time I will tell you same situation, because we should know what is happening in the case of a wave, what is the energy propagation is there, that we should know. So, in this case, let you take a that is we know the displacement y is equal to a sine omega t minus it is kx. See, the minus is represented as the wave which propagating along the positive x direction. In the previous class also I told you very clear, said the negative indicates what? The wave which propagating along a positive x. Suppose you take a plus, that may be represented as the wave propagated along the negative x axis. So, now we have to get first of all the velocity of a particle, because the particles in a given a wave, that we can say the wave given, no, so that through the medium the particle velocity, that we can say Vp is equal to velocity of a particle in a given a wave. So, we can say it is the rate of change of displacement dy by dt. With respect to time, the displacement of the wave is changes. So, here Vp, see somewhat related formulas only I will give you for this. So, d by dt of a sine omega t minus kx. However, it is the mathematic part. So, here a you take d by dt of sine omega t minus kx. So, within the bracket, now Vp, velocity of a particle, a into sine omega t. The differentiation of sine omega t will be represented as the cos omega t. It is there in the first year also, and again omega we should take the differentiation, will get the omega. So, velocity of a particle is equal to a omega cos omega t minus kx. This is the velocity of a particle, because the particles all are in the SHM. So, now we know the velocity of a particle, as well as we should get a acceleration of a particle, that is we can say AP is equal to dVp by dt. Again you take AP is equal to d by dt of, here it is the given expression a omega cos omega t minus kx. So, here AP is equal to a omega cos omega t, differentiation will get minus sin omega t kx. Again you take a differentiation with respect to this. So, AP is equal to a omega square minus sin omega t minus kx. So, like this we have the acceleration of a particle and the velocity of a particle. So, it is in case of a y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx, which the particle velocity is Vp is equal to a omega cos omega t. For that particle, acceleration of a particle minus a omega square sin omega t minus kx. So, these are the two, acceleration of a particle as well as the velocity of a particle. You go through this and it is help you, because for the problems in MSET and JEE mains it may be useful, right now. So, we have to get a energy actually. So, the energy relation by using a kinetic energy, let us, now I am this removing this because it is not required right away. So, kinetic energy is nothing but a half mv square. We know v value, that is the particle velocity omega a omega cos omega t minus kx. So, kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 m into, you take v, that is a omega cos omega t minus kx whole square. So, k is equal to 1 by 2 m a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. It is the kinetic energy, not the energy. So, you take a kinetic energy per unit volume, suppose. Shall I take like this? So, kinetic energy per unit volume, or you say it is divided with a mass you take as a volume into density. Mass you take as a volume into density, so that here k is equal to 1 by 2 m into v rho a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. See, if you take the derivation part will be like this, then we'll get the kinetic energy. Then after that, you go with omega t minus kx. In this it is omega t minus kx is equal to, suppose to tends to 0. Therefore, cos 0 will be 1. So that the kinetic energy will be maximum it is. So here it is not required because m replaced v rho a square omega square, because cos square omega t minus kx tends to 0. This is the kinetic energy. This is the kinetic energy. This is the volume. It is half v rho a square omega square is the kinetic energy. But here we should get an energy, no? So that for that purpose you take energy density. That you say energy density. U is equal to energy per unit volume. This we can call as the energy density. So that here U is equal to, we know kinetic energy formula right here. It is actually is asking energy, no? There we can take as a U is equal to V into this is a U value, no? Then there you substitute energy value, V cancel because kinetic energy we know. Then energy density is equal to half V rho a square omega square by V. Then the energy density will be rho a square omega square. It is the energy density. Energy density it is, but is asking energy, no? Therefore, for that energy we can also take like this. Here it is delta E is equal to energy is equal to, from there only, energy density into change in volume. So we know energy, no? Delta E is equal to 1 by 2 rho a square omega square delta V. This is the energy now. Energy during the wave. Energy during the wave it is. So half rho a square omega square into delta V. So the delta V is also we can take as the change in volume, no? Delta V is equal to surface area into delta x. Volume is nothing but area into length. You say S is the area here, you write here delta x is the length. So that delta E is equal to 1 by 2 rho a square omega square delta V, S into delta x. This is the energy. So it is a particle velocity, and it is a kinetic energy, and it is an energy density, and the energy will be 1 by 2 rho a square omega square S into delta x. So this is the derivation related to energy. This is the derivation related to energy. In the same way, now we should get a power. Sir, how will get the power? So the power is nothing but we know it is the work done by time. We can take like this power. See, you go for a power like this. So the power will be, it is work done by time. Instead of work done, we can also take delta E by T, or you say delta T also, no problem. Right? We know delta E, energy we know. So power is equal to delta E, here you write 1 by 2 rho a square omega square S into delta x, by it is delta T. However, delta x by delta T is nothing but a velocity. Right? So that here you write power is equal to 1 by 2 rho a square omega square S into V. This is the power. This is the power related expression. Okay? Now, last one, intensity of the wave. Intensity of the wave. So, that is a third one, intensity. We can say I. I is defined as power per unit area. You remember, this is again there in electromagnetic waves. Not only this one, this is also is there in electromagnetic wave, and this is also there in the electromagnetic wave, because it is a waves. So for the wave, this all equations are important in the coming chapters. So we know power. What is power here is there? Half rho a square omega square S into V. Here you write half rho a square omega square S into V by S. You cancel this. So I is equal to 1 by 2 rho a square omega square into V. Suppose in this you take half this, and this is constant, therefore I directly proportional to a square, and this is there in the optic chapter again. It is also useful in optic chapter. So, I directly proportional to A square. Intensity of the wave is directly proportional to amplitude square. Intensity of the wave is directly proportional to amplitude square. So that here we can write here I1 by I2 is equal to A1 by A2 whole square. This is there in next chapter optics. So these are the relations. One is energy relation and another one is the power relation and one more is the intensity in case of a wave. The wave propagating from one point to another point. So these are the energy, power and intensity. Because again we will use these expressions in the next chapters also. That's what I was given the clear explanation and I was given the clear derivations for all intensity, power and energy. And energy density also is there. Velocity of particle also is there. Acceleration of particle also there. Right? Here. See, coming to the point is next one. Actually in case of this, let us we have the wave related again. See, we'll go for a next one. Speed of a transverse wave. Side heading. Speed of a transverse wave. Speed of a transverse waves. So now we should get in a speed of a transverse waves. Actually, in the wave is propagating from a point. Speed of a transverse wave. You take a one wave. The which propagating like this in a string, in a stretched string. So this we can call as a pulse, right? You take any one pulse, half pulse. If I go for this one, or you go for this one, or you go for this one, you take any one of the pulse you take. So suppose if I take this pulse, therefore the string will be stretched like this. Is it okay now? The string will be stretched. So at the end, at this point is we are applying the force. Because that is a stretcher like this, no? Then we'll get the wave pulse will be like this. In this wave pulse, now you draw a clear diagram here that I am taking the one pulse to be like this. So by using this, you construct a one circle because we'll get a circle to be like this. Is it okay now? This we can call as a arc length, delta L or you say delta X, your wish. Delta L or delta X. It is an arc length. Therefore, at a point of this, there is a force is to be applied. Therefore, there is a tension is acting in the string. Now, by using this information, now we should get a speed. Therefore, at this point, the particle which making an angle at a center of the circle will be theta. So, from this, you draw a one line half. Shall I take like this? Half it is. So, which represented as theta by 2. And it is also represented as theta by 2. At this point, there is a tension is acting along the string is to be like this, or we can say tension or force. T is equal to F. Here also T is equal to F. Tension in the string or force. See, at this situation, this is makes an angle. Whatever the angle is there, no, that is represented as same theta by 2. Here also you draw a line. It is represented as theta by 2. Now this. By using this angle, this can be resolved into two components. That is, one we can say F cos theta by 2, right? This is one, and here other also F cos theta by 2, and at the same situation, this may be F sin theta by 2 because resolved into two components. So this is F sin theta by 2. Now look at in this case, this f cos theta by 2 f cos theta will be cancelled because these are two opposite to each other. Then there is another one is there that we can say f sin theta by 2 and f sin theta by 2 which are acting towards the center of the circle or into the circle, that we can say centripetal force is acting. So that the force F is we can call as a centripetal force, so that F is equal to, it is we can write like this, both you take f sin theta by 2 is 1 plus again f sin theta by 2 because which are acting in the same direction. These two are acting opposite direction, that's what we can cancel these two. And here this is a 2f sin theta by 2. See, this F is represented as the centripetal force and it is vertically pulling down. Don't cancel these two because it is an F, you say F dash, otherwise better it is, or resultant also we can say. So that we can say centripetal force is nothing but a mv square by r. This is centripetal force. Okay, it is the resultant also which we can say. So that by using this, here you write, so it is mv square by r is equal to, it is 2f sin theta by 2. Usually I will tell you one thing, theta is very small, angles are very small, that is angles are very small. Therefore, we can say sin theta by 2 which almost equal to theta by 2. So that here mv square by r is equal to 2f sin, instead of sin you write here theta by 2. Shall I take like this? It is because of theta is very small, no? Therefore, which we can take as to be like this. So that in this you cancel 2 to mv square by r is equal to f into theta. Now look at in the diagram, it is a theta. According to the angles, that is a property of angle, theta is equal to, we can say arc length by radius. Okay, so that arc length is represented as delta L or delta x. By radius of the circle you take as a r. So this is the theta. So now there we can write a delta, instead of theta here we can substitute this, so that we will get, so mv square by r is equal to f into delta L by r. Shall I? So here another one is there, mass. See, by using a mass we can also write like this, that mass is we can say mass we should change. So there is a linear density is equal to mass per unit length. Shall I take like this, mass per unit length, because it is a linear density, no? Therefore mu is, m is equal to we can say m is equal to, we can say from here, because linear density it is linear density. So that mu delta L is equal to m. Now straight away substitute here, mu into delta L v square by r is equal to, it is f into delta L by r. Now you look at in the expression, delta L, r cancel. Now mu v square is equal to f. Actually we are finding what? Speed, that you say v. V we are finding in case of a stretched string, because transverse waves are possible in case of a strings. Transverse waves are possible in case of a string. So that from here speed is equal to f by mu. That instead of f we can also take as a t, because here it is there. So we can write here t by mu also, no problem. So that v is equal to root over f by mu, or it is v is equal to root over t by mu. T is nothing but a tension, or f is nothing but a force, mu is nothing but a linear density. So this is an expression related to speed of a transverse waves. Transverse waves in case of a stretched string. So that the final formula will be v is equal to root over f by mu, or v is equal to root over t by mu. So this is the derivation related to stretched string, because the string is stretched. Suppose your string is stretched, if you stretch like this, then we'll get the, or it is a vibrated perpendicular to its length, there will be the wave pulse. In that wave pulse you take a half pulse. For that half pulse, by using this half pulse, here it is a speed of the stretched string is root over of f by mu, or we can say root over t by mu. So that it is stretched like this. At this point you take another point by using these 2 points, otherwise you give some names also, no problem, pq. So here it is suspended an angle theta at the center of the circle. So by using this information, the speed of the stretched string will be v is equal to root over f by mu. Yes, you go through this. Okay. So this is the diagram and the derivation will be like this. Let us, on this basis, let me have small applications are there. So I'll give you one application. Right, you take this final expression either in terms of f or in terms of t, no problem, anyone you take. So speed of the transverse waves, that is the speed of the transverse waves, v is equal to root over t by mu. So let us, there is a one application you say, suppose you take a is the area of cross section of the wire, L is the length of the wire, and M is the mass of the wire. The given wire is to be like this, or use a string. See, according to this, mass is equal to, we can say, it is mass is equal to volume into density. Volume into density. So that M is equal to, we can say, instead of V, A into L into rho, we can. It is the mass, right? But we know linear density is equal to mu is equal to mass per unit length. Linear it is. Linear in the sense is related to length. Area in the sense is areal density. Volume in the sense is volume density. But here we are taking only linear density, half the wire. Linear density of the wire. So that here M you replace with this. So mu is equal to here A into L into rho by L. You cancel this. Mu is equal to A rho. This is the expression which is very, very important. So now you replace here. So that V is equal to root over T by mu is A by rho. This is the another expression. In terms of densities, it is, right? Here it is. So we can also write like this. A is nothing but a area of the wire, no, pi r square. So V is equal to root over T by, it is pi r square into rho. Yes, we can say like this. Okay. And in this situation, here from here, T by A is nothing but a, we can say, stress. That you say S. So that velocity is equal to S by rho. This is also very, very important. Like this we have on the basis of speed of a transverse wave. So these are the applications related to speed of the transverse waves. All right. Right. Coming to the next second application, I'll give you another application based on this. Let us, we'll go with like this. By using this, it is, suppose the string is stretched and it is like this, which is passing over a pulley, right, and the other end is connected a load, another end is connected a load, therefore their wave maybe it is propagated, so that the weight of the body mg is acting down, there is a tension is act. This is the wave propagation of wave it is, which propagating like this because of the holding the weight. So tension is balanced is mg because both are balanced. So according to the speed, it is root over mu, no? So it is root over mg by v. This is the, I'm sorry, m by mu. You say like this. So this is the second application related to this case. Suppose another situation, same situation I'll give you. You take a same passing over a thread like it is. It is a weight is mg, m and mg is acting down and which is placed in the liquid. Suppose it is placed in the liquid like this. So that here we should take the wave will be propagated like this. Okay. The propagation of wave. Here tension T is acting vertically up, no doubt it is. So in this case we can take as a T is equal to mg effective. You say G effective. Sir, what is G effective? Because we have two different are there. One we can say density of a liquid is rho and the density of a body is rho. So that G effective will be, it is G into actually 1 minus rho by this. Okay. So this is in the first year it is there, the derivation for this. So G effective will be G into 1 minus sigma by rho. So tension is equal to M into G into 1 minus sigma by rho. Now you take a speed is equal to root over T by mu. So the speed will be root over T, mg into 1 minus sigma by rho by it is mu. This is the speed. Like this we have different examples and different applications are there related to the transverse waves. Okay, these are the 3 applications. This is the second application you say, second it is, and this you say third when it is placed in the liquid. It is a liquid you say, and liquid density is rho, and the body densities you say take as a sigma. I'm sorry, sigma is the liquid density and rho is the density of the body, which we can go like this. Right. So this is about a speed of a transverse waves, and different applications are related to this. So this is the today's class, and we'll continue in the next class. And you suppose refer IP materials or college material or Telugu Academy textbook, so that this is the derivation related to speed of a transverse waves and applications. Thank you very much. We'll see in the next class.